I'm glad you brought up top 10 because marketing promotion is obviously a big part of what we've been talking about. TIFF is also not only important on a, like we said, on a domestic level, but in terms of putting Canada on a world stage. It's a leader in international film culture. How is Canada perceived in the international scheme? Is there a space for Canadians in the world market?
I'd say absolutely there is. I mean, what we have to remember is that Canada is, in the film industry world, a relatively small country, just given our population, the number of feature films that are made every year, the number of documentaries that are made and produced and disseminated internationally. We're not huge. We're not the U.S. We're not even the U.K. And if you think about a country like Spain, for instance, when you think of Spanish cinema and Spanish directors, most people can name Pedro Almodovar, they might be able to name Alejandro Amenabar, maybe one or two others, but really most countries of our size have one or two directors that are known on the world stage. We happen to actually be doing very well by that score. I mean, we've got obviously David Cronenberg, who is internationally known, Atta Magoyan, Guy Maddin, and there are others, Deepa Mehta as well, who have established international reputations. I think for a country of our size and level of production, we're doing very, very well.
Yeah, I think you'd be surprised actually when you go outside into the international world and find out the respect with which Canadian filmmakers are met, and the fact their films are actually shown too. I mean, there's significant markets in Europe and Germany, in the UK, and in Asia and Japan, where you'll be walking down a street. I'll be at another festival, and I'll be, or just visiting, and you walk down the street and you see a poster for a Bruce McDonald film. Pontypool in London, and you say, wow, okay, this is terrific that it's getting a commercial release. And I know that many of the filmmakers that Cam has mentioned that we have championed for so many years at the film festival, their films are definitely receive pride of place at major film festivals around the world. They win major awards at these festivals as well. The filmmakers are perceived as significant artists. It's not perceived necessarily as a secondary cinema, certainly in the film festival world, where people are more curious about personal projects, about personal forms of expression. So I think that talent pool runs very deep, actually, and it's not just at the fiction feature level, it's also at the documentary level. We have a high reputation in the area of children's films as well, which speaks to our some of the other activities here at the organization, Sprockets, in particular our Children's Film Festival. And the two audience awards at the last Children's Film Festival were both won by Canadian films. So there's again that strand there. So it's, I think Canadian cinema is sort of punching above its weight, considering the actual size of the population here.
And the one thing also that I think is that Canadian cinema is known for is our filmmakers are known for their independent voices. They're really known for following sometimes idiosyncratic, sometimes a little bit eccentric perspectives as artists, and I think that's why people abroad often like them, whether it's Guy Maddin, who has a very strong following internationally, certainly in Europe and in the US. People like Bruce LaBruce, who has a very strong following more on a sort of underground level internationally and all over the world. Sarah Polley has a following for her particular independent voice as well. I think that's what people look to Canadian filmmakers for.